Hey, this is Kaveh Rezaei with USA Today's StudioA, and today I'm here with George Tandy Jr. Thanks for stopping by, man.
My pleasure. Appreciate you.
First and foremost, congrats on a new album.
Thank you very much.
Foundation, it jumped to number 2 on iTunes. That's pretty impressive, man. How do you feel?
I feel grateful, very grateful. New kid on the block. You know, I'm just happy people are liking the music, you know.
So tell me, how did you get into music? Tell me about the early days.
I come from a family of musicians. So my father, both sets of parents, they just love music and they're musicians and singers. And basically my mom tells the same story all the time. She says, you hear that bass line right there? You hear that? That's the reason you were born early, because she was pregnant with me while she was on stage.
Nice.
So it's just, you come into my house and you're always hearing music. There's always somebody playing music or talking about music. And if a guest comes over, they move the coffee table and say, do that routine you just learned, do that song you just learned. You know, it was like that.
So what type of music influenced your writing and your style?
Pretty much a little bit of everything. I think as far as chord structures go, I was heavily influenced by jazz because of my dad. You know, my first kind of real passion for music was based off listening to his music, and he's a jazz keyboardist. So, but I could be moved by anything. Like, I love the songwriting skills of country music artists, and I like the strange sort of worlds that you find yourself in when you listen to alternative music. You know, hip hop, R&B, it really doesn't matter. As long as I can feel it, I'll probably pull from it.
We could definitely hear all those sounds in your music.
Mm.
What would you consider your music style to be?
I like to call it soulternative. A friend of mine coined that term, and I took it from him. Appreciate you. I call it that because I'm acknowledging the soul in R&B that are blatant. It's blatantly soul in R&B, but it also, from a artistic standpoint, it gives me space to experiment with different sounds. So the alternative just keeps me in that headspace of always be listening for new inspiration, and don't feel like you have to be blocked into a particular genre, especially since genre lines are pretty much blurred these days anyway.
Right. So if you could collaborate with any artist, who would you choose?
Michael Jackson.
Why?
He is like the physical manifestation of music to me. Like, the heart that is put into the music, I feel like he was just walking around. He was that heart. So that would have been awesome to be able to do anything with him with regards to music. That would have been awesome.
And your album, The Foundation, tell me about the name. How did you come up with the title Foundation?
I decided to pursue music as a solo artist some 10, 12 years ago, because I'd written a handful of songs that I felt like nobody would be able to express the same way as how I could, because they came from my own experiences. So I was like, I don't want to write these for anybody else. So, and I came up with that title, The Foundation, because I felt like it represented multiple things. One, the root of music, you know, was to communicate. You know, that's the reason why sound and rhythm was used originally. So I felt like I want to pull from that jazz, that soul, that R&B, that stuff that sticks to your ribs. I wanted to put that in there. And then also, nothing lasts without a strong foundation. So being a new artist, I wanted to create music that was timeless. So you could play it 40 years from now and it'll still give you the same feeling. And then also, the relationships that I've built around trying to pull this all together as a new artist are the foundation. I feel like that's the foundation of my longevity in this career choice. So hopefully it works out.
Well, you answered my next question. I was going to ask you, because you've said before that you feel like you have a responsibility with your music to connect with people. Right. And that's a beautiful thing, man.
Appreciate you.
What's next for George Tandy Jr.?
Well, like you said, the album is out right now. So now I just want to put a face to the music, you know. Right now, like the single March, it's more popular than I am as an artist, which is pretty cool. Artistically, that's very validating. But I actually want people to feel me as an artist and see who I am and feel that live show presence, because there's a lot of energy on stage that you can't put onto the CD. So I'm touring and looking forward to people hearing more music, and I'm just going to try to do this for as long as possible.
Cool. Well, we definitely heard it today.
Thank you.
Sounded great. We wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate
Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
And thank you guys for tuning in to USA Today's StudioA. I'm Kaveh Rezaei, and I'll see you next time.
Will do you right this